Can you hear me now? How about now? Okay. So what I was saying is today we are unboxing the paper piercing kit. So it's a huge box. And let's see what we get. There's going to be two ways of doing this, and Natalie's going to do it upside down. So, first of all, let's turn it around the right way. There we go. Proof that it hasn't even been out of the box yet. We've been so good at being patient, haven't we?
We have. It's still in the box. It's not.
It's sat there for the best part of, what, a month?
Sally Ann says hi, everyone.
Hello, Sally Ann. And hi to Deb and Louise and Carol as well. Because I did say hi, but you won't have heard me.
Hang on.
Hang on?
Yeah, and your mum.
Oh, and my mum. Sorry, I thought you said hang on.
No,
I'm thinking, oh no, what's gone wrong now? Oh dear, you gotta love tech tools. So, we have... Let's get the tape from up here. We have the holder and two needles. So you have a 0.4mm and a 0.8mm. We have an activation card that Ian's going to show you how you're going to activate that in a bit. So I'll pass that over to Ian.
I'll get into that.
And then underneath we have the mat and all the other goodies. Don't juggle with it. So paper piercing is only available on the SDX models at the moment, and I've started them backdating it now. And it's also one of the few things I haven't found another way to do. So therefore, it's a case of having to buy the kit to do it. Okay, so we have an envelope and a card. We have the design collection. Okay.
Carol says no good for her then. Not at the moment, Carol.
Not at the moment. It's one of the things I do wish that they would enable it for a pen as well, so that you could just do dots rather than having to have lines. All your standard warnings, how to install your needle into your holder. Then your quick guide and how to download your instruction guide. Who bothers with instructions? And the quick reference guide, which is pretty self-explanatory. Set it up on the machine, pick a shape, set it to pricking, and off you go. And then we have the mat itself. So this mat definitely feels different to all the other mats, so you're not going to confuse it by accident. And it's got standard cover on it. And then you've got this kind of thicker mat that you're going to be poking into, for want of a better way of putting it.
At least it saves them money.
Yeah, I can't be accused of enabling on this one. Well, not for Carol anyway. Okay, so over to you then, Ian.
Over to me. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let's get that onto there. And okay, let's go that way. Okay, so we're going to go to the Brother site, which for some reason I don't seem to have as my Canvas workspace.
I was going to say, it's on your favourite.
On my favourites, that's canvasworkspace.brother.com. It's nice and easy. I'm going to put in our username and password, which it remembers, because thankfully we can't. Just move that over a little bit, and I might still be able to say that. Hi Penny. We have a new lady.
Hello.
who is joining us. Canvas has been upgraded, really? Okay.
I think it's been saying that for a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah. So to pop these onto our account, we need to go up to the little purple person at the top here. White person, purple person. And just click, so it then goes into our account. And we're going to premium function activation. It then asks for our code, which is unique to each set. We put our code in. Oops.
Did you do it wrong?
Let's try that one, shall we? There we go. Yeah, it's the flying purple people eater. That's the one. So we're going to click activate, and that says it's activated. So now when we scroll down, we can see there that our paper piercing has been activated. And if we go back to canvas, it'll be on pattern collection by any chance? If we've got the piercing?
It should be.
No.
No?
No, I have to open the one offline and see if it's activated in there.
Go on then. Off you toddle.
So we close that one up. Everybody gets to see the comments and bits in there. The low one, sweet. That one. No.
You've forgotten where to find it.
I have, I've hidden it. No, no. That one. That one. Most of it hopefully welcome, we might get silly. Carol's put hi Louise, I have my glass of wine ready, even though I only have a Cindy. I'm not mumbling, only to myself. Carol. What's a Cindy? Do you want to explain what a Cindy is?
A Cindy is the CM. Because that's what mine gets called, isn't it?
Yeah, yours was branded a Cindy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Are you struggling? I had to reconnect the Scan and Collect thing, didn't it?
Why?
Because it was still trying to connect to my phone.
Oh. Okay. So, there we go. Penny has a glass in her hand ready as well.
It's not crafting if there's no wine involved.
No, absolutely. So, with the settings now, so we can see here we have our borders, we have our front, we have our piercing now down the side here. And we also have our vinyl auto blade. So if we go into the piercing, we have all our patterns that are available through the paper piercing set.
Do you forget what word you're using then?
There's quite a few actually, some nice ones. So we've got some nice borders, some nice corner bits.
Ooh, I like that one.
Nice butterfly. They seem to do that butterfly in everything.
Yep.
hazard why let crafting get in the way of a good glass of wine.
As long as you don't put the wine on the crafting, you'll be alright.
Why not? So those are the patterns that you get that are designed. You can also obviously do your own patterns and make sure that they. Just put them in. Is there anything different over this? Has it changed anything? No.
You might change your cut draw so you've got cut draw and pierce. Could be good.
I don't know. No, premium I still only have as tiling.
No, and you know, like if you've got a shape on the mat, put a shape on the mat and then try it.
Standard shape.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see if we can just do a square. And there you go.
I can cut, draw, or pierce. So I have the 3 options now in my operation here, so I can actually set that to whatever I want to. So when we create our own designs, if we want a line across the middle, so if we cut the outside and wanted to pierce across the middle so it folded nicely, we could do it that way if we really felt that way inclined. Yes?
Mhm.
Would you like a design sent across that you could try?
Yeah, go on. And I'll show the steps on here too. So I've reset mine so I can enable it.
So should we pick a piercing design? Let's how big? Would you like the rose?
Oh, go on then.
So we're going to pierce a rose. So let's put that in from the edge so you get a bit of space if you want to put a... Do you want to put a bounding box around it so you can cut it out after?
No, because I wouldn't recommend cutting on this mat. So it's going to be one of those ones where you're going to want to do your
cutting first.
Either you're cutting first and then do it, and then do your piercing,
so
or vice versa.
Square-wise, you want about a 3" by 3" square.
Yeah. Yep. Shall I use the card that comes with it?
If you want to.
Okay.
Louis saying I only have a cricket. We keep trying to tempt her.
Very naughty.
Yeah, you happy with that?
Yep.
That size?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I can sort that out from here, can't I, sir?
You can. So I'm going to send that across. Would this work on vinyl as well as card? Yeah, I don't see why not.
Could make for an interesting effect if you did it for like window cling or something like that.
Something like window cling, or if you wanted it to punch the lights through.
Yeah. Bear in mind your holes are only 0.8mm and 0.4mm big.
Yeah.
So it's just literally like a pinprick.
So I'm going to send that to the machine. I'm going to do it via the internet because we have it connected via the internet. And I'm going to pass you back over to Natty. Which one do you want, the close cam?
Yes please.
And there you go, you're back with Nat.
Okay, so from your home screen, you're going to go to your settings. You're going to go right down to the bottom. So if you press the double arrow, you're going to jump there. You're going to go to Premium Functions, go down a screen, and you're going to see that you've got your piercing, and we want to turn that on. Once we've turned it on, we can go in and we can actually change our settings in here. But I'm going to leave it on default so you can see what it does straight away.
Alexa is playing the Bee Gees.
It's a good job I turned mine off, isn't it? Else you'd have had to play in the Bee Gees. Okay, I'm going to go to retrieve data, and I'm going to go to the cloud, and there's our rose. So do you want to go overhead for a moment, Ian? Yeah?
Cara says, where is your poke? You should not be using fingers, naughty man. We're on overhead.
It's a little bit easier for me to be using fingers now, isn't it?
You should still be
Moved it.
using your pokey.
I know I should be using my... It's not as bad as it was though. Oh, there we go. Thank you. So the mat is sticky. I have to say, I think they're being awfully brave going for something that is that thin for their first. Just move that in from the edge a little.
So I did move it in so it's not smack on the edge.
Okay. So there's our card on our mat. Now, we've put the swelling cut up on the little shelf. So I do have to support my tray a little. She says. I'm just going to move my little... Ever the resourceful crafter. It balances on sequins. Okay. It's quite a heavy mat, so that's something to bear in mind if you are working with limited mat space. Load in the mat. Now you need to make sure that your little switch on the side of your machine is in the up position so that it's got the maximum amount of clearance. And I'm going to do a background scan.
Okay, do you want to go back to close call?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'll
Give
go
you a
back.
pokey tool and you still don't use it.
I do. I'm using it.
Okay, let you go. Looks like it's still on the desk to me.
Honestly.
Penny's asked where do you all get your pokey stick from? I just use the end of a paintbrush.
I use pencil erasers because they're a bit softer on the end, but they've also got a bit of resistance when I'm moving things, so it gets a bit more kind of accurate than using the rubber stylus. The one I'm using is a Pergamano style one. Okay, so we can see that we've got our outline of our card and we've got our flower there, and I quite like it where you've put it actually in.
Hey.
I think it might be quite nice to do it as a kind of landscape.
Okay.
So, we're going to go back overhead for a second.
There you are.
Okay, so I'm going to unscrew the top of my holder. And then I'm going to get my 0.8 and take the cap off.
That's the important bit.
That's the important bit, yeah, because otherwise it's not going to even fit in your holder. So then we need to feed it in. Now it's got little notches around the side here. You just want to make sure those feed in according to these notches here. So you can give that a little rotate. Then we screw the cap back on, like so. And pop it in, so the flat bit again is to the back.
Thank you, Carol.
What's that? What's Carol saying?
Don't tell him he's done something right, it'll all go wrong.
Okay, so I'm going to go okay.
Hang on,
I'm hanging.
I'll take it back up close again.
Okay, so please select. If we go down, it's going to give you the option for pierce. Tap that. And it's going to take 3 minutes. You can angle me.
Hopefully.
Is there any battery left in the light? I'm just thinking it could do with a little bit of an infill there, couldn't it?
Probably. Press and hold.
There we go. That's going to be better. Okay. Should we go for it?
Yeah, why not? Because then I can swap it back to overhead.
got quite good behind that, hasn't it? So again, not one for late night crafting. She says at 8:30 at night.
Cal was asked, what sort of crafting do you do, Penny? What sort of things do you like to make?
Yep, you could definitely be using it with your Pergamano or your Groovy. So, Groovy's kind of the hobby I do to relax, so you won't see it very much on stream, but there's definitely going to be some paper piercing going on with some Groovy.
Parchment you could do with that, and actually.
Yeah, so you could definitely be doing some nice framework and then taking it to your Groovy plates and doing your Groovy in the middle. If you have the embossing kit as well, you could be using that together with your paper piercing to do a lot of your Pergamano work.
Could you use that mat for embossing?
I don't know, because it's quite...
Or would it be too much for it?
Mind you, it's got some give in it, so you might be able to work it that way. If you have the adapted embossing mat that we showed you how to do, then you could do it that way. So it's certainly something that we want to be looking at in terms of how we can actually design for it. The other thing that you can do with it is stitch cards. Oh, Penny, you'd love our books. So we do lots of weird and wonderful things with the scanning cup.
Have we announced the winners yet?
No, we haven't. We haven't, because we haven't been able to stream, have we, because of not having any internet last week. So, do you want to do that very quickly?
I will. So, last month we did a competition for beautiful boxes, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Yeah, let's see what it's done to the mat.
Mm.
I wonder if that stays put. And we haven't yet announced the winner. As we had lots of issues with our internet problems. And we came to the conclusion that our winner is Carol, because we love her windmill that she created.
Yep.
And we think it was fabulous. So Carol, well done. There will be a prize heading your way. Have we launched the next competition yet?
Yes, we have.
Which is?
Vinyl.
Vinyl.
Vinyl. So hence I started to do some vinyl challenges, and I did a printable vinyl one, which I know I need to show you how to apply to your actual palette. So that is sitting and waiting ever so patiently. So hopefully I'll be able to do that tomorrow. So tomorrow might be a fairly quick stream because I'm still on major catch-up session, aren't I?
So Karen says hi for everyone from... Where's WV?
Ooh. Now you got me thinking. You'll have to let us know where that is, you know. Hi Isabel!
Where's WV?
I can't think who tempted me to finally go for the piercing kit. Okay, so with that all done, I'm going to go OK. I'm going to unload my mat. Now it does leave a bit of an impression on your mat, both in terms of where it pierces. You're going to
close you.
Yeah, I'll close my lid.
Want it a bit closer now.
You can get a bit closer. There we go. So you do get a bit of an impression. where the card was. And you can see that you've got, let's get that one under there. So you can see that we've got the little dots that have actually transferred to the mat too. So what I will do is I'll see if I can actually get those little bits off at some point. But just for now, because it is sticky, I'm going to cover it up. Otherwise Carol will turn it off.
West Virginia.
That was not done. Let's try that again, shall we? Come on.
I might have to zoom back out.
It's just a case of getting it lined up.
So initial
Okay.
thoughts?
So, now to give you a close-up of the actual project, so you can see what you get. So this was the 0.8mm, so it's the larger of the two needles. So you can see you've got a really clearly defined dot. So in terms of Pergamano, it's probably about the same size as a Pergamano dot, that one.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one's going to be that little bit smaller. So we can do it nice and simple and put a nice contrasting paper underneath and apply that to our card. You could go back into it with your foiling kit if you want to, or the foil quill, and do a bit of foil work. You could do some drawing work with your nice pens, so zebra doodlers for instance. Or you could just cut it out for a little tag.
Umbrella time in mail, apparently.
It's looking like that's going to be the case out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so any questions before we go?
Initial thoughts? What do you think?
I really
Overall
like
thoughts?
it. I really like it. It's going to be interesting to see how it handles things like single line fonts.
It'll be interesting to see the longevity of the mat as well. And
Yeah.
how that lasts, because obviously if it's constantly keeping bits.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those ones where you're going to want to try and not always work into this top left hand corner. You're going to want to
Move it around. And
move it around, and I think though, even if it managed to do a hole in exactly the same place, it is healing slowly.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things you've got to give it time for.
Yeah. That's right then. So we like it.
I do.
It's worth the investment.
Yes, yes.
That's the only thing I'd say is the disadvantage of it is it's a lot of money for the kit, isn't it?
Yes, we got it on offer, didn't we?
Yeah, we got it on offer. Yeah.
And it was a case of, if it's on offer, we'll go
Can you
for it.
embroider in it, or are the holes too small? Could you embroider through it now?
Yes, you could. Especially with this size needle, you'd be able to get certainly a nice fine needle for it. If you were looking at going for something that's a bit thicker though, what I would say is you're going to want to change the max space that you have between the holes. So where I showed you the initial setting. So can I get to it from here? Let's have a look.
No.
No, so you'd have to do it before you even started. So, going down to print functions, next page. Where you've got your dot spacing, you'd want to increase that so that it's not going to tear between the holes.
Can you show the designs, please? Have you got them on? Did you have the designs on a page in a book? Did you see?
No, it's just like a little poster for it. There's an awful lot of wasted paper, to be honest.
Does it have all the designs in, or does it just have?
No, it's just little. Get an additional 30 paper piercing patterns separately,
Okay, I can show
so you
them
can
on
get
camera.
more.
Bear with me, and I'll put them back up on screen for you. Put it back to display. display. So there's the designs. So you've got a snowflake, like encased. You've got a ring of some sort, like an engagement ring. Little heart design with some swirls. We got a leaf, got a rose. Looks to me like a daisy stroke thistle sort of design, maybe.
It's more of a sunflower.
Is it?
Yeah, from here.
Okay. 4-leaf clover. Did you say?
Yep.
A more indigenous leaf sort of design. Would you say with that one?
Yeah, that's a big word for you.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it's not often that you get big words like that. We have a butterfly. We have a nice swirly corner.
That's the one that I really like.
We have a nice leafy corner. We have some like
Banners? Borders?
Yeah, I was going to like underbar things, so like framing for words and something like that. You could have it as a
Yeah, but a nice name written.
yeah, it looked nice with a name, and another one just to go underneath. So like what's the long table decorations called that you put in the middle of a table? Have them at weddings.
No.
No, okay.
No. It'll come back to me in a minute.
You know what I mean, though.
Yes, I know what you mean. I created one for ours, darling, but I can't remember what it is.
Cool. And then you got a nice borders, and another nice border. That's okay, Sally Ann, that's fine. And then what we got around here? So we got a nice boxed border, a couple of.
Ooh.
Some nice floral borders. A star
dangly
within a
star.
Yeah. Like a Christmas decoration, more Christmas decorations. A nice oval reef sort of design.
I'd just call that a doily.
Doily, okay, you've got a couple of doilies. We've got a couple of those.
Those would make some really nice Christmas cards.
Some like card insert type ones.
Yeah.
And you got 3 of those, so you got a nice sort of like, that's a nice, I'd say that's a fleur de lis with roses on by the looks of it. You got a nice oval one with just a patterned edge, and this one's got little love hearts around the outside.
So those would be really nice to use for your groovy if you're having problems with how to attach your vellum to a card. That could be a way of hiding your adhesive.
And then you've got a couple of backgrounds. Now they're interesting.
Yeah, move it from on top of the... There we go.
That's really different.
I'm going to have a play with that one. You can also use all the single line designs that are on your machine as well. So where you've got the drawing section, you can turn all of those into dots.
That's interesting, you can't resize them. They are fixed at the size they come in.
Yeah, because otherwise the dots would change.
Yeah. So it doesn't, it's
Yeah.
not clever enough to expand it with the size that it comes in.
Whereas
so
with your single line designs on your machine, you can resize them and then do the dots.
And tell them to pierce rather than...
Yeah.
But then it would, well, I think once you've set it to pierce, it wouldn't be editable, so it would, if that makes sense, it would have to stay at that size, wouldn't it? Because otherwise...
Well, let me try it. So I'll go OK. I'll go back to Object Edit and to resize it. And it resizes.
It resizes on there, but not on here.
Yeah, how bizarre is that? The machine can
Same
do
with
it and
the
the computer can't.
Yeah, so they come in at a set size. So there you go, the machine can resize it. But the canvas cannot, if you take it in as piercing. And it doesn't look like you can change it from pierce either, so if it's a pierce design, it has to stay a pierce design. It won't let you change it to a...
Yeah. So basically they've done it so that it's
locked.
It's locked and it's set.
Yeah. There you can change things to a pierce design, you can't change the pierce designs to anything else. Sure, there's a way around it, I'll work it out.
Because that's what you do.
That's just me, I was naughty. So there you go, so those are the designs, if anybody's for Deb and anybody else is interested. Yeah, are there any other questions?
Do you want me to just check to see how it works with the cut patterns as well? So if I go home, let's add them as the just standard. Let's go for the Eiffel Tower because we use that one quite often. And I'll go OK. Okay. Okay. Edit. Object edit. And then we've got a little piercing icon. You go. Oh, you're not flicked over. Hang on then. I'll go back and I'll do that again.
Yeah, do that again. Now you're on the right camera.
Okay, so pattern. I'm going to go for the Eiffel Tower. Okay. So when it comes in, bless you.
Thank you.
Make sure it's selected. Go to Object Edit, and we can turn on the piercing. So switch it on using the dot line. And you can change your dot spacing at this point. Go OK, and you can see that. Well, you can kind of see that it's gone to like a little pixelated outline. So if we zoom and zoom again up to our 400%, you can see that we've got little dots. So hopefully you can see that. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll down a bit. Now we definitely need brighter. Can you see that? Okay on there?
It's very, very thin. Can't see for the writing. Hang on. Let me change the... Let me turn off the chat for a second.
Okay. So you can see it's kind of ghostly, but what it actually looks like is you can see that each individual dot that it's going to actually punch. So rather than seeing it as a line, you actually see it as a row of dots going around your shape.
Yeah, that should be better. I've moved it up a little bit as well, so that should be better.
So even our shapes that we might otherwise only ever cut, we can actually use those as part of our pricking designs. It's a little bit blurry, that, isn't it?
It is, but it's alright.
It's not blurry on there though. Oh. Okay. So,
There we go.
anything else that you'd like us to have a look at for you? So this is a good opportunity if you're having any issues with your scan and cut to just ask a question.
Just so you know, Penny, all our books are available on Amazon. So if you do want to have a look, if you search for Go Create, then all 4 of our books will pop up that you can have a look at if you're interested.
So there's about a 30-second delay between when we're saying it to when you're hearing it. So we do try to...
Info.
Yeah, while we're waiting for that 30 seconds to pass to see if anybody has any questions. So that you have time to type back to us as well. So that's one of the joys of live, isn't it? Is that it has that little bit of a delay.
I think that's everything.
Okay. So I will be back tomorrow with a bit of a kind of hints and tips. So I'm going to show you a few different things tomorrow. So there might be a little bit of vinyl application. There might be a little bit of mixed media.
Benny's off to Amazon as soon as we finish tea.
Yay!
Is it
Camera.
tomorrow morning? Is it going to be the afternoon? Are we going after work again?
We'll go after work again because it's easier at the moment, isn't it? Because of
So
where we've had to put the computer.
After work before the football?
Yeah.
So probably about 6:30?
Yeah, about 6:30.
Okay, so we're aiming for 6:30 tomorrow evening for our live again.
Just because at the moment with the setup that we've had to do for my back, it's a bit of a pain for me to try and do it on my own, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're all behind me when I'm sat here, so it's like, yeah.
But it will. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. It'll get back better again.
If you do have any questions, we will be around tomorrow. Well, Natalie will probably be around on Facebook, won't you?
Yeah.
So if you do have any questions, obviously ask in the group, and then we'll try and answer the best we can when we can.
And if you're not in the group yet, please, 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 please answer all 3 questions. Saves me going hunting to make sure that you're a genuine crafter. Yeah, I definitely hope my back gets better. It's a lot better than it was. 2 days after I injured it, I came in here, didn't I, and sat down for all of 15 minutes, was it, before I passed out on you?
If that, yeah. Can I PM? Yes, of course you can, Carol. Yeah, you can drop us a message later, that's not a problem.
Yeah, and we're going to be trying to fix an issue that we've got with Messenger as well, aren't we? So
Yeah.
we'll be
pottering around for a bit yet before we
Yeah.
get tonight, so. If there are no further questions, we'll bid you all farewell. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe.
Yep.
And we'll see you all tomorrow. Hopefully.
Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.